Yep, 10K profit, 4 days. Work time each day, 1 to 2 hours. This trip was crazy. We saw some beautiful places, stayed at some crazy Airbnbs and hotels. So let me show you a couple of clips. So I can almost guarantee what you're thinking right now. How do you make 10K profit in 4 days while only working 1 to 2 hours a day while on a road trip? Quite literally moving to a new place, settling into a new hotel or new Airbnb every night. Now, if I could tell younger me that I would be doing this at age 24, I would be completely shocked. Like, I don't even think younger me would believe this. There are 2 key steps that you need to understand and implement if you want to do this as well. You see, it's not just as simple as making money. We also need to figure out how you can make money without working 10 hours a day. That's where most people get it wrong, and most people don't know how to do this. Step number 1, making the money. You need to first pick a business model that has high margins and low startup costs. I chose to start a social media marketing agency back in 2019. And then after the success of my social media marketing agency, I started coaching and consulting with others that also wanted to do this. So those are my 2 vehicles, my 2 businesses right now. Look, you can choose a different business model if you want, but please do make sure it has high profit margins and low, if not no, startup costs. Next, you need to build an offer that the market needs. The offer I chose was creating content for fitness coaches and supplement companies that would do 2 things. 1, it would save them time, and 2, it would make them more money by converting their followers on social media into high-paying customers because of how engaging and conversion-driven the content was. Now you have a business, and now you have an offer. Next, you need to start outreach. You want to message 50 business owners every single day in your chosen market, and you do this until you find a winning formula. The final part of this process is to start booking calls. These are calls with business owners that you've already messaged, you've already had a conversation with, and they're starting to have an interest in what you do. Now you need to get really fucking good at sales. I've personally taken over 1,500 sales calls in the last 3 years, and trust me, I know what works and what doesn't from my own experience and from the students that I work with. Alright, so now you're making money. Well look, not right away. Unless you're like Dylan, who signed his first client within 1 week of joining my program, it's probably going to take you a couple extra weeks. In fact, most of my students sign their first client around week 4. That's 1 month into this journey. Now you should be ready to move on to step number 2. Making money while working as little as possible. Now this is the real fun. This is as close to passive income as you're probably ever going to get. Our goal here is to remove you 90 to 95% from your business and still collect cash every single month because you've chosen a business with high profit margins. To effectively execute on step number 2 and to make money without working a ton of hours each day, there are 2 key things that you need to do. And if you skip these 2 things, you won't master this and you won't make money. Or you'll make money and you'll have to work 10 to 12 hours a day just to maintain. So if you want to be cash rich and time rich, listen up. You need to master delegating and automating. Number 1, delegating. This is giving all of the manual tasks inside of your business, such as creating content, talking to your clients, talking to your team, and maybe even posting to your clients' social media accounts for them, to a client success team, virtual assistants, and a sales team. These people are going to handle all of the work for you, but they're going to do this on a contract basis. This means that they're not your employee, and you have full flexibility if you want to shut down the business or pause. This gives you a ton of flexibility. Keep in mind that you will need to spend some time training these people if you haven't done this before or if you haven't joined a program that teaches you exactly how to do this. Hint, hint, if you're looking for a program that teaches you how to do this, have a look at the Six Figure Accelerator. Once you've delegated, we move on to part 2, automating. This involves using softwares and apps such as Zapier, ActiveCampaign, and Slack to automate all the tasks that don't need to be done by a real human. Unfortunately, not everything in your business can be automated, and that's why it's so important that you don't skip part number 1, delegating the work. What we can automate are many admin tasks, such as client onboarding and accounting. And here's a bonus for you. Step number 3 is to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've successfully built a high profit margin business that spits you out 5, 10, 15, or even 20k a month in profit that you can now run with as little as 1 to 2 hours of work a day. So look, you may as well go book that ticket, get yourself over to Spain and go on that road trip. Seriously though, this road trip really opened my eyes as to how much money you can make when you set up your business, work hard for a few months, maybe even a couple of years, hire the right people and build the right systems so that you can make money without slaving away at your desk every day. And if you want the exact formula, the exact blueprint, the step-by-step A to Z, how to do every part of this process with daily and weekly support from me and my team where we're coaching you live, I do have a program. It's called the Six Figure Accelerator. You can check out the link to that in the description below. I've been doing this for 3 years and we've been coaching people for 2 years. So we have a really, really good understanding of what works, what doesn't, and how exactly to get you results. Plus, we have a guarantee in the program, so really no risk on your side.